One of the big reasons why 2019 Kirktoberfest took off is because Kirk Cousins got pissed. He turned into Angry Kirk, played out of his mind over his skis, and it was great. 4 straight Vikings wins, as well as NFC Offensive Player of the Month. Also, Kirk went down to New Orleans in the wild card game, pissed off, and got a big-time dub as well. A dub in the tub, damn straight. His first playoff win of his career. So why did Kirk get angry? Well, number of things. So, Zach Brown calling him out, the former Eagles linebacker who they cut right after the game. So that played a part of it. But also, Kirk pretty clearly started reading and listening what the national media jabronis, what the local Smokies, as well as the fans were saying about him, right? And so we figured that we may as well try to summon Angry Kirk yet again. I mean, it's October. Vikings are on the precipice of one of the most important games of the season. And also, what's super depressing, if and when the Vikings do shock the world Sunday night in Seattle, that might be a top 10 Vikings franchise win of all time. That is so depressing. It's week 5, man. But yeah, again, whatever. So again, we'll work our magic, stir up a brew, try and summon Angry Kirk. Unleash the Kirkin. Now, to summon Kirk, how do we piss him off? So we could say that Kirk is an absolute fake and a phony. He's absolutely an insincere robot who's doing calculations and tessellations. You can see the gears spinning to try and say the exact right thing, except it comes out like the calibration is way off. So all he does is say awkward and cliche things every single time. He's an absolute goober. We could say that the record-setting contracts that he signed with the Vikings are just an absolute millstone around the neck of the Vikes as they fall off a Carnival cruise ship and just consigned to the briny deep, just dragging down. There's no chance. Blah, 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 blah. We've been watching Pirates of the Caribbean a lot. It's a good movie. Well, the first one's a good movie. The rest are... We could say that the Vikings are so cursed that how does a guy turn down $6 million extra dollars from the Jets just to come here and just like crap on our day? How does that happen? $6 million. We could say that Kirk Cousins has never played a meaningful down of football in his life, and his only saving grace, the only reason that people actually think he's worth the time of day, is from the fantasy football people, because Kirk is so adept at racking up and stacking up garbage stats in garbage time. We could say that Kirk Cousins puts up emptier numbers than Bernie Madoff. We could say that I'm still like 97% sure that Kirk Cousins is a cannibal. Bitch, those are human kidneys. You know, I know, we all know this. We could say that you and I combined have the same number of wins on Monday Night Football as Kirk Cousins. 0-9. Kirk always has a case of the Mondays. We could say that Pizza Ranch is a third-tier regional pizza chain and have no idea how you were democratically elected as a tin pot dictator. Don't understand that. We could also say that Sleep Number is basically a waterbed. We could also say that it just magically always seems to be, well, if Kirk only had a good offensive line, Kirk needs a good offensive line now. Even though it was never an excuse for Case Keenum, it was never an excuse for Sam Bradford, it was definitely never an excuse for Ted Bridgewater, even though statistically, all 3 of them had significantly worse offensive lines than Kirk Cousins. We could say that with the best running back in the National Football League, the best wide receiver duo in the NFL, Justin Jefferson, an emerging star, that there's no excuse why this offense can't be consistently putting up 40 points a game. I understand you're getting 30, but also the rules have been juiced, man, and you're not putting up 40? Get out of here. We could say, what are those? We could say that with the NFL changing the rules on both offensive and defensive holding, just trying to juice up the offenses so people pay attention after the pandemic, during the pandemic, whatever, that Kirk Cousins should have been able to do better than a 15.9 quarterback rating versus the Colts. 15.9. You are given 39.6 by throwing the ball straight into the ground. He was less than half that good. We could say that Kirk Cousins lived a fully pampered life in D.C., a la most of the politicians, where after stealing RG3's job, after having great offensive coaches in the Shanahans and Jay Gruden and Sean McVay, also while having some of the best pass protection in the National Football League, and then returning all of those favors and all those perfect conditions with zero goose egg, D'Angelo Russell playoff wins in Washington to show for it. Bully. As well as Kirk Cousins is the only player in NFL history that Daniel Snyder was afraid to throw big-time long-term money at. How's that happen? We could also say that Kirk Cousins, he pisses himself in big-time situations, and then the Vikings lose, even though he puts up some nice garbage time stats in the fourth quarter to make everything look nice, and then he'll just go to his podcast and just repeat the mantra, tough times don't last, tough people do. And then we'll just repeat that until we all die of old age. All right, that should do it. All right, so hopefully that incantation unleashed the magical spell, and Angry Kirk is going to show up Sunday night and just like slap Russell Wilson in the face and just like put up 4 touchdowns on 400 yards passing. Going to just completely destroy Trey Flowers, just completely destroy Shaquem Griffin, just getting after with Jamal Adams up. Woo! Light things up, because you're going to have to, because also if Kendricks misses that game, it might have to be a shootout. So there you go. Kirk Cousins, put it on the table. Angry Kirk. Get pissed. Let's go. 2-3. Would it be the best 2-3 team in National Football League history? All right, so your thoughts. Trying to get Angry Kirk come out and play. Let us know your thoughts in the comment section below. Subscribe for daily Vikings takes. Want to support that work? Post on the Venmo. But until next time, Skol, production value.